So whenever I get that, spark and that light bulb turns on, I run on my fucking laptop and I grab these motherfuckers and I'm like, yo, we're making music right now.
Hi, I'm Ben from NME and we're here with ericdoa. How are things,
Hello,
Eric?
hello. Things are going good, man. Things are looking up.
You've had a good start to the year, haven't you?
I mean, 2022 has been beautiful so far. I'm about to start my first headline tour in a couple days. Things have been good. I'm not so healthy, but like I'm getting there. My allergies have been like kicking my ass, dude. It's crazy. Seasonal allergies are not fun, but tour is fun.
So what's like the last few years been like for you then? A bit of a whirlwind, I imagine.
My God, I wish Whirlwind explained it, man. It's been wild, dude. Signing to a major label and doing things that I really wanted to do for a while was great. It's been great. But it's been a lot of getting used to. I feel like there's no really preparation for like the amount of people that you meet and like the new type of like way you have to understand like socializing is introduced. Like it's kind of like it was really difficult for me like understand how to like sit in like a meeting without like tweaking for like 30 minutes because like it's hard for me to like sit still. So you learn how to like take in your business and maneuver around these people who are just like so good at what they do.
So how did everything kind of blow up for you then? Obviously coming first from SoundCloud during lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was during quarantine. Everything really came into fruition there because we were all bored. Everybody was inside, and when I posted my music on SoundCloud, I really wasn't expecting the whatever happened with that, but yeah, man, we were all just bored teenagers inside, and it turned into something greater than that. And yeah, man, just unfolded the way it unfolded, I guess.
And were you happy to like obviously blowing up in like the hyperpop kind of scene? Were you kind of happy with that tag at the time?
Yeah, I think I was, and I still am now.
Yeah.
Hyperpop is something that was created by beautiful minds, Sophie and a lot of the PC music people, and even before that. It was I'm happy to be labeled under something that was built by the trans community, and yeah, I'm never gonna forget a lot of the things that I was taught by that. So yeah.
And how would you say you're trying to like branch out from that now? Like, is it too easy to be kind of pigeonholed into that one box?
I would say that the things that we were inspired by was that, but it's also not just that.
Sure.
We always, I felt like, had our own way of making things and our own sound. So yeah, I would say that we're delving into something that not is greater than whatever is being presented currently, but we're delving into something more us, more me, more my friends that help me work on music, because that's at the end of the day what it really is. It's just our personalities turned into sound pretty much.
Yeah. And how would you say your like sound has like evolved or developed?
Well, I definitely think it sounds more mature than it was before.
Yeah.
Like that's it really. Like I know that the difference between my like music that I made when I was like 16, 17 versus the music that I'm making that I'm almost 20 years old now is yeah, very, very different. Very fucking different. I've seen the progression, and I just have taken notes from just what we've done in the past and what we want to do now.
And what's it like? Like, has your life completely changed being a part of that scene? Like
Yeah. I think my life has changed in a bunch of ways throughout that scene, and definitely for the better, some for the not so better, but I can't complain. It's been a beautiful ride so far.
And like coming up with your friends, like must be pretty good feeling.
It's a very great feeling to know that somebody that I met on the internet playing fucking video games and I could both be in the same room as each other and both feel, celebratory and,
Yeah.
are happy for our success. It was great.
And one of those is Glaive, isn't it? And you have quite a few collaborations. Have you got any more in the works? Or
we're definitely gonna be working on more. I love that kid to death, and I never will not. But yeah, he's great, and he's doing so much, and we're all doing so much. It's just a very, very, very interesting, interesting way of events. Pretty much how it all came down.
What's it like when you two kind of work together? I bet it's pretty mad.
It is very mad because that kid has like the craziest ADHD on the planet, and mine too, and just fucking like being together is like oh my god, it's 12 hours of just like unimaginable just thinking and unimaginable just manic thoughts and behaviors just displayed out in the open.
That's wicked. And then since you've like gone massive, you've got like Trippie Redd, Youngblood, Addison Rae, Kid Laroi, like all these people are fans. How does that feel? It's like
it feels great, man. It feels great because I used to see those people on my phone and now they're real. Like I all of them are super sweet, and I thank them a lot for the support that they're showing me and being able to expose me to their audiences and stuff like that without anything. It's really I really appreciate it.
And Pink Pantheress as well. Is she one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love her. She's the best.
I could see a good collaboration there. That'd be wicked.
I would love to
one day. Yeah, that'd be cool. So obviously we've got to talk about sad4whattt being on Euphoria. How did that?
Yes. That came about so crazy, Ben, because it was like a shot in the dark, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was an email that was sent to my manager, I'm pretty sure, and they reached out. They were like, "Hey, this is the music side of the Euphoria thing, and we're looking for like stuff for our soundtrack. Please, if you can, send through demos. We like this, like da 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 da." And then we sent through demos, sent through about a good 5-6 pack, and they sifted through it. And the one that I literally was not going to release, like a throwaway that I did not like, and everybody somehow is like so confused as to why I didn't decide to release this. And they were like, "You like this one a lot," and I'm like, "What? You like this one out of like all the other ones?" And they ended up, putting it in a scene. I was like, okay, and it unfolded like that, and I was getting it was like there was a lot of like don't get your hopes up through that whole thing, because apparently the director like is known for changing things last minute, and it could have been completely ripped out of the show, and I wouldn't have had it. But dude, the moment of me sitting down with all my friends and fucking turning the TV on and hearing your boy, that shit was crazy, man. It was wild.
Are you a big fan of the show?
I love the show because the director is so talented. The way that I was obsessed with the film that they shot on for so long, because I was like, why? How does it look so like beautiful, And I learned that they literally, I think either Canon, I think it was Canon, had to recreate a film from like fucking like decades ago for that show. It was insane. He has such like a way with like making something look like something. Like that whole entire season was directed so beautifully, and I'm frankly obsessed with most of the shots inside of that thing. Like all the shots in that show, I'm obsessed with. But yeah, huge fan of the director and the show.
And why do you think your track kind of fit the show? Like, what is it about it?
Well, honestly, like that was around the time of us, making all kinds of music. So having me make that song in like 20 fucking minutes, Ben, and have you feel it in that like super like high energy, like hyper type of like, what's it called? Yeah, dude, I feel like that song fit in there because of just, all of the things that were, thrown into the song. Like it's just a super upbeat, but then it takes you down, it takes you back up type of song. And that's what that entire season was. Takes you up, it takes you right back down. So yeah,
Yeah, it's a good summer. It works together, doesn't it?
I guess so.
And then your new single, Lifeline, out last
Yes.
week. How, what's the story behind that? Like the inspiration, the idea of it?
I was in my room at 5 a.m. and my girlfriend at the time was asleep. And I was in my bed and I was like, dude, I have this crazy hook idea. I need to lay this down as soon as I wake up. And it's like 5 in the morning and I'm in my bed and I'm humming like that
Yeah.
in my brain. And I'm like, bro, if I need to close my eyes so I could like do this right now. So I woke up the next morning. I called up Liam. He's a grandma. This is artist,
Hmm.
amazing, a literal amazing artist. And called him over. I was like, yo, we need to go to the studio. We need to get this room. We need to make this song. I had this song idea. And he brought his friend Dan, and I brought my roommate John Glasser with me, and
Hmm.
we just made that song, and it was great. Like at first, I was like, I wanted to sound like a corny like pop song, like early 2000s, and somehow it came out like that. I don't know how it came out like that, but it came out like that, and yeah, it was a good experience.
And what's that? Is there like a story of the like the lyrical side of it, or?
Definitely. The way that I wrote that song is a part of the whole experience that I've had for the past like year and a half of being signed to a major label, and how companies and conglomerates can act as a lifeline to people, and having this like not even just having Interscope or having any major label in the eye for this explanation. It's just like having something large that can help you in your life, but also it's a two-sided coin type of thing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
basically it was just large things in your life can be a lifeline, and who knows if that's a good or a bad thing type of thing.
And then how does that like translate into the music video? That's pretty like innovative and quite
Yeah,
different.
yeah, nah, I mean, I tried to do that as much as I can. When translating into the music, I feel like we're all going into making things with tons of ideas on our mind, and it's just going into the studio with a certain idea, and
Hmm.
also having feelings around the song.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like that's the most important. Having music that has a message is way better than music that just doesn't.
And then obviously you've also made a video game for the track. Well, and
Yes,
the
I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
what inspired like the narrative of that of the video game?
Well, when you think of the word lifeline, I thought of like the EKG machines.
Hmm.
So me and my manager came up with the concept, and he's saying that when he sees this, he's like, "Nah, I came up with that shit." But me and my manager came up with a concept, and it was just a little tiny version of me jumping over EKG like heart monitor beeps and getting hit by bats and stuff like that, and collecting coins and losing lives and stuff. And um, we were able to get it made, and I like sound designed the whole game, and we just yeah,
That's mad.
that should lasted like an hour though, because I forget that these kids are like super smart, and they hacked the game like within like 30 minutes. Like there was a
No
kid with a
way.
million score, and it was wild. I was like, Jesus Christ, you guys are quick.
So have you
And,
always wanted to like kind of build like an immersive world just outside of the music as well, but bring in like all different kinds of art?
yes, Ben. Yes, I have an obsession with world building, and I think it's the most important thing when it comes down to music, because people really love when there is something associated with
Yeah.
something that they could hear. They could picture something, and with my whole things with wings thing, I think that is um, a major key point to my music and what makes me stand out. I guess I have this whole entire just like world and this whole lore behind the music, and I think that lore is very important when you're an artist because it helps people interact and has something to be tangible, something that they could actually see.
And I guess it's influenced by your love of video game. Well, obviously you came up making friends playing video games, so
Yeah, my love for video games, dude. I'm a literal like when it comes down to like ideas, I'm basing pretty much everything off of a video game. Like Skyrim, Fallout, like any possible thing that I was obsessed with as a child, it's definitely down a video game. Even my name is from a video game. So it's wild.
Which video games your name's from?
I used to play this game called Dead or Alive as a kid,
Yeah, I
and
remember. Yeah.
I was obsessed with it and was like competitive and was like mad good at it. And I was like in my sophomore year of high school, and I was like, damn, bro, my name is ass. Like this is literally terrible. I need a new name. And I was like sitting in my username shit. I was listening to music. I was chilling in my room. I was like, yo, and I was like playing. I was playing DOA. I was playing DOA like 5 or 4. I don't remember which one it was. I was like, Eric DOA. That's hard. That's hard. And then here I am now.
And then also, well, with everyone's seen on social media, the album's finished, the new album.
Album is handed in. Album is
Yeah.
done, and I'm very excited for you to hear it. Then.
So what's the like the creation process been for it?
Man, it's been almost 2 years of
Really?
I feel like almost 2 years of all of me and my best friend's experiences, man.
Mm-hmm.
We have been together every day with each other for that long, and we've all experienced the same things together at the same time. Both getting out of our comfort zones, leaving our rooms for the first fucking time. Going outside is the first thing. Going outside is the 1st thing, and then seeing all these beautiful cities, man, and traveling and making music with people who we thought that we would never even meet in our entire lives.
Yeah.
And it's all of that amalgamated into 14 songs on an album. You could feel how eager and how happy we are. And within these songs, you could tell within my voice, you could tell within the way they made the beat and arranged it that, we're excited as fuck. We're happy.
And do you think it's gonna like surprise people? Because obviously Fantasize, that single, like it's not exactly what anyone would have thought you'd come out with next. Like
that's the whole point, man.
Exactly.
I gotta keep people on their toes. Gotta keep people on their toes and be like, oh, what is he doing next?
Yeah.
No. The whole entire thing is like a question mark. I would feel like it just makes no sense. Like, and that's what I want with music. I want people to not be able to just expect what's gonna happen on my album. That's horrible. If somebody was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what this is gonna be, like, I'm gonna say that it takes a lot of twists and turns. You're not gonna know what genre it is at first, but maybe you'll come to a conclusion in your own. That's the whole thing. I want this album to be a conclusion that people can make. That's it. I want people to be able to make their own thing out of my music because that's what it's there for.
Are there any like people that you worked on it with, or is it mostly kind of yourself?
Yes, sir. There's a lot of people I worked on this with. So I work with 3 people usually all the time, every day.
Yeah.
I work with my best friend, all of my best friends.
Yeah.
John, which is Glacier.
Yeah.
Liam, which is the producer Zetra, and Fortune Swan, which is Ricky. And we all work together literally all the time. And every song is either with Liam, John, and Ricky, or Liam, John, and somebody else.
And what have you kind of learned or took away from the process of making this album?
I think what I've learned from making these songs is that definitely whenever I am in a space where I want to be creative, I feel like that's when I'm in my like most comfortable zone. I do not make music like at all. And I only make music when I feel most comfortable with making music. I feel like forcing yourself to do anything creative that's an oxymoron. Like you're forcing a good idea to come out of yourself when it shouldn't be like that at all. Like that is not the goal here. So whenever I get that, spark and that light bulb turns on, I run on my fucking laptop and I grab these motherfuckers and I'm like, yo, we're making music right now. And it always comes down to be something, that we love. And it's something amazing. I'm never a quantity person. I'm more of a has to be quality for me.
And you've spoken a lot on Twitter about feeling versus theory. So what's your where do you stand on that now?
Feeling versus fearing. I think that, within that, I still stand on the same point. Um, Feeling is definitely, you know, something that is the most important part and the most takeaway from music.
Yeah.
So that's always going to be, my answer. Like, there's never like a time where you should, fall into a spot where you believe that you should be somebody else, or you should, have this, aspect or look towards your creative process or your creations. You should always just be 100% unapologetically yourself
Yeah.
and throw those feelings into a fucking wave file, man. That's it. That's all we do at the end of the day.
That's very true. Yeah. And how does this new album like differ to previous like projects?
Definitely mixed better, man. I'm gonna tell you what is definitely mixed better because I don't know what I was doing. I'm gonna tell you, I have no idea what I was doing. We didn't mix any of the drums. Like the vocals were louder than other shit, like on the last project. But this time, I think we got it. I think we got it. We're like there. We're a little bit there, but yeah, that's what definitely I would say what differentiates from the process of making music before than now. Um, Definitely, I'm still writing about things that I have written about, but you can obviously tell that it's changing
Yeah.
with just my age, and I'm happy that this is a project that comes out within the time period of me transitioning into another part of my life, of me no
Yeah.
longer being a teenager. And my first, project was me literally becoming like coming of age,
Yeah.
like turning 18 years old, becoming an adult. And um, this project is now me in the fucking in between of being like the worst age ever. 20 is like just 18. This is for the second year. So yeah,
Yeah.
I've turned 18 like 3 times. But
And your I suppose the album could be coming at a better time because you're off on tour. Is that like your
yes,
first major tour?
first major tour, man.
Yeah.
First headliner.
So
I'm excited.
how are you feeling about that? Like, has it been easy to kind of scale it up? Obviously coming from just SoundCloud and then like having to bring everything to life, I guess.
I was terrified then when I was in high school because I was like, I hope I blow up, but I hope I don't blow up to the point where I have to get in front of a bunch of fucking people and like, what's it called, look at them. But like I learned, and I think that my brain has come accustomed to performing now,
Yeah.
and the anxiety is still 100% there every time I'm about to go on stage. I feel like I'm about to throw up my entire organ system, but yeah, nah. I feel like I'm in a position where I understand more things now, and within performing, and things are getting a lot more fluid. And I realize that people are there for me, and they don't really care if I fuck up as long as I'm performing their fucking favorite songs, and
Yeah.
they're happy to be there. But
Sure.
yeah, man, I'm
I,
excited.
I guess it must be good to like have people like see like that kind of online audience translate into a real crowd that are like
Dude, it's
singing your tracks.
fire. It's fire. It's fire. Like just seeing everybody like happy and make
Yeah.
friends in that crowd, and just like be outside, because that's the whole thing around online, like you need to go outside. Yeah, it's great. I'm really happy that they're all able to interact, and I'm able to interact with them on a more personable level.
And what's your kind of big kind of like goal as an artist, if you've got one?
Wow. My goal for damn, that's crazy.
See.
My goal for being an artist, then, I would say that we've always been here to create, and it's always been a hobby more than a job. And I want to educate, people in, um, the move, like the non-creative way of life, people who are conservative to, living and want to do the 9 to 5 and have a kid and get a
Yeah.
job, and swallow talent, swallow something that they want to do. And I want to be able to just show people that this is like not a bum situation. It was like
Yeah.
more of a like a comment that I would get a lot when I was, in high school and skipping my fucking, guidance counselor appointments because I was like, I'm not going to college. Like, yeah, dude, like I want to be able to have, as an artist, I want to be, of course, I could give you the answer of, oh, we want to be the biggest artist in the world and win an award and but there's more to it than that. I want to be able to, be with my best friends and educate a bunch of kids on how to make music and how the industry works and how signing a deal works and how this works and that works. That's my ultimate goal, man, is to just pass on the knowledge, BWG, like, give the kids game and then, sit back and relax in my rocking chair with my cup of tea and my newspaper.
I think that's a brilliant place to end it on. Thank you very much, Eric.
DOA. Thank you.